So it's no secret that a subscription service is a gaming company's dream come true, because it means that if they can entice you to sign up, they're going to be generating income even during the months where they don't release a game. And so they can tell their shareholders, look, we're bringing in all this money even though we're not necessarily releasing a game this month. And so it's constant income. And when EA announced EA Access for Xbox, it kind of came as a big surprise and ended up being a fairly huge success according to Electronic Arts. It allowed users to pay a monthly or yearly fee. You gain access to a pretty large selection of games, and it allowed you to get early access to brand new games that were released from EA. Now, some people don't like EA, but EA has a lot of major titles that they release that a lot of people do like, such as Battlefront, Mass Effect, Battlefield, Need for Speed, and a lot more. And so these games were trial versions, but based on the games, I mean, some of the trials could be 10 hours long, which is usually long enough for you to decide whether or not you want to buy that game. So just how successful was it? Well, here's what EA recently said during an interview. Quote, "We do know from our EA Access experience and our Origin Access experience for non-frontal titles that we find people play twice as many games for twice as long and spend twice as much money as they did outside or before they joined the subscription." And that's what it's all about, is the numbers telling people that you've got all these new people coming in to play your games and that they're spending more money. And they go on to say that's what led us to believe that frontline titles would also be very advantageous to the subscription, as well as help drive new users into the system. And so Microsoft obviously saw the benefits of this, and I'm sure they could see the numbers of gamers who were signing up for EA's service on their platform. And so they came up with a subscription service of their own, Xbox Game Pass. And it was basically near identical in as far as the features go. You gained access to a large library of games, you got discount on games that you decided to purchase, but Microsoft made one big improvement on top of EA's service. And instead of giving gamers trial access periods for upcoming games, they allowed gamers to have full access to new titles as long as they're a member. Jump forward a few months, and because competition and capitalism works, it encourages companies to outdo one another, and EA is answering back with EA Origin Access Premier, which is launching this coming week. So EA Origin Access Premier is just like Origin Access. It has all the same benefits, except it implements the best feature about Xbox Game Pass, and it builds on it to make it even better. And so Premier is going to give users full access to brand new EA games 5 days before launch, no trials, no areas off limits, so you gain the full access to game as long as you're a paying member. And who knows, maybe Microsoft will now answer back and give subscribers early access to their launch games as well, which I think that would be nice. So if you want to step back and you want to look at what all three subscription services look like from EA, you have EA Access on Xbox, which is $5 a month or $30 a year. It gives you access to 56 games in the vault, gives you access to trial periods of brand new games coming out, as well as discounts. You have basic Origin Access, which is pretty much the same exact thing, except on PC you actually get 123 games in the vault instead of the 56 on console. And then you have basic Origin Premier, which is $15 a month or $100 a year, and gives you the exact same thing as the others, except it also now gives you full access to new games that release from EA. And while some people don't like EA games, don't care anything about this probably, other people like me will probably join up because it would be cheaper for me to buy the Premier service than it would be for me to go out and buy Battlefield and Anthem brand new whenever they release, which I was already planning on doing. So I was already, planning on spending $120. Now I can just spend $100, gain access to both of those, plus whatever else they have in the vault, because they have more than EA games there. They have third-party games as well, plus whatever other titles that EA decides to release. And maybe they were games that I would have played already or bought, or maybe they were some titles that are coming that I wouldn't necessarily buy, but since they're going to be available for me there anyway, then I'll jump on it, and who knows, maybe I'll like those games as well. So I think it's a nice option to have, and I'm probably going to sign up for Premiere. So far, Origin Premiere is a PC exclusive. There's no mention of it coming to Xbox, at least so far, but I mean, if it's successful, there's really no reason why it shouldn't come to Xbox. So I don't know what they're waiting on or why they decided to release it to PC first, but I would imagine that eventually it's going to come to Xbox, and if Sony decides to open up, maybe it'll come to PlayStation as well. Post your thoughts down below on Premiere and if it's something that you would be interested in. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Are you listening? Damn.